Okay, so the turnaround, supercharge, and peak. Working backwards, do you see this dot? I see this dot. It's a good dot. This dot is where you want to aim. When you land on this ledge, you want to touch down above this dot. See a lot of people aiming for this corner. They see how it jets out and it entices them. Above this dot is the closest point to where you take off. Now, where do you take off? You take off at the base of this doorway. On the corner right here of this arch. At about this angle, so just a little farther into the room from perpendicular with this, right? Just angled into the room toward the dot. We love the dot. We want to be close to the dot, right? So in Supercharge, you're going to run up this and you're going to jump. And when you jump, you're going to push Spyro right into the room toward the dot and try to line up on the dot. And then, of course, at the peak of your Supercharge jump, catch it with a glide, charge onto the ledge above that dot. Now, how on earth are we going to angle ourselves like so? When the Supercharge is right here, it's quite strange. Well, answer is by coming from over there. But there's this lamp in the way. It's so solid. Not when you're supercharging. You just move right through it. You'll see. So, we're going to take a charge from the right side of the ramp, carry it backwards up the left side of the ramp, trace the back of this room, and line up like that, right? Now, how do you get a good supercharge? Be high when you start it. That's universal. The higher you are when you start a supercharge, in general, the faster it's going to be. There is a common method for doing this that involves going far enough down into the supercharge ramp to the point where the wall starts flashing yellow. And that can work, but the supercharge that you get from it is inherently slow, and it makes it much, much tighter and a little bit slower in general. I find it to be safer if you start the supercharge from farther up. So I'll usually start it right at the top, like right at this transition, right next to this dot. Man, the dots are great. Or slightly behind the ramps, like slightly behind this arrow. So push a jump out over the ramp, right? Just start your jump, push it out over the ramp, like that. And at the peak of your jump, start charging with square and hold left at the same time. And hold those inputs until you're out the other side of the ramp. And then, of course, trace the back of the room, line up, do the jump, catch the jump with a glide, charge on the ledge above the dot, right? So, all together, that looks a little like this. And that should do it. Thanks.